There's working to improve, and then there's working to showcase your prowess. Both are eventually needed for the top-tier athlete, but the showcase must come much after. Work hard to build your fortune before cashing out your chips. The showcase period is when you stop improving. There's a time for this, but that time is not 8th grade or earlier. Dirk Nowitzki has a workout routine that's impossible to emulate. The fun part is that many incoming rookies attempt to join him when they first join the team. But after a month or two, Dirk is alone once again. You can only pretend to be great for so long. The great ones just do it naturally. Welcome to Limitless Hoops. Yo, what's up, y'all? Hey, John Sanders here with Limitless Hoops once again. And I just realized I have a podcast. I didn't want a podcast. I didn't want this to be called a podcast. I didn't want anything about being a podcast. Podcasts are lame. But I suppose I have a podcast now. Yes. And I mean, especially since, I have a freaking mic right here. I'm like an actual mic. Like a podcast mic. I mean, that's pretty strange. But with that said, I mean, the reason that I have this is so that I can do whatever needs to be done to get you guys to the next level. And I mean, as lame as this is, so lame. It's an essential part. All right, you guys need to be hyped up every single day. You guys need to be directed. I need to get all this content that I'm talking about right now. I need to get that out of the practices, because the practices and the workouts, those need to be action packed, and we still are going too slow for the practices. All right, but that's because if I go faster, no one's going to get anything out of it. So we end up doing about right now, I would say that we're doing about 25% of the work during practices. But if I sped it up, you would get 0. If I just went, next drill, this one, next drill, do it, next drill, do it, like that, like we will be doing it a year from now, everyone would be like, I understood nothing. And you guys would get 0% out of practice. So we go slowly. I end up talking about 3 of the things, just real quick, and the other 3 things we spend way too much time on. But even during that time, you guys still don't get it, right? So you guys are slow. You guys are too slow. But that's exactly how my last group started. So if that's how we have to start, I'm okay with that. But as long as we're progressing in the right direction, it's cool. All right. Do we need better players to get it faster? Of course we do. Absolutely. Some people can get that stuff in one day. You guys are not those people. Let's become those people. Let's slowly understand stuff more. And you do that by watching this show. As sad as it is, I mean, it is what it is. So it's like we don't have the smartest kids in class, but then they also don't want to study. It's like, oh, yeah. If you're like a genius, you don't have to study ever. but you happen to not be a genius. So should you study? Yeah. So that's what this show is. It's studying. All right. What's up, Connor Rush? Hello, Cameron. Until you leave, Cameron just likes to just get in and then just bounce. Jake, just like Jake Aarons, must be the plight of the small point guards. All right. Y'all gotta get over that. But yes, watch the stuff, get better at it, and let's just take care of business. Anyways, step by step, let's start with the quote of the day. The quote of the day is, all we have is now. All right. I'm a huge planner. I really rarely live in the now, to be honest. I don't live in the past. The past is like bad. I forgot what Giannis says about it, but Giannis was like, certain types of people focus on the past, like the ego or something like that. The future is like whatever, it's not even there. But the present is all that you should be worried about. I do believe that that's true. And as much of a planner as I am, my favorite moments in life are when I'm in the now. And I think that the most time that I'm in the now is during basketball games. I don't think about anything else. I love basketball games. There are a few other moments in life, like when I'm eating a really good meal or something like that, where I'm in the now. But I mean, like I'm always planning. I'm always like thinking about the future, your future, things like that. But it's true. All we have is now is an important mentality to have, especially when you're like doing something that you're passionate about. For me, it's basketball. For you, it could be anything. But make sure that you are utilizing this strength when you're going to focus on the now to take yourself to the next level. I would say that would be like when you're in your mojo, or like when you're in your like vibe. What's the word? When you're in your flow. All right. For our basketball, it's like, like when you're like, oh man, you're just like so on fire. You're like in this like soul mindset where you're just like so focused. All right. You're like in the Zen moment. That's when you're in the now. All right. So all we have is now is the quote of the day. Nah, because a podcast needs no camera. This live stream might not make sense without the video. I'll give you that. Podcast, yeah, most definitely can just be like a radio thing. And they're like, let me talk to you about audiobooks, our sponsor today, Squarespace, like things like that. So it's not as boring as a podcast, but there are some interesting podcasts, I would assume, since there's like a zillion of them. I mean, just based off the numbers. Yeah. All right. Going to our elementary school workout stuff that we're going to do. This is the practice stuff, not for this Thursday, but for next Tuesday. Got the Manu Ginobili layup to begin with, then hand off to two shots. Offensive free throw rebounds, side and right. 0 to 3 seconds, down by 3 with free throws. And then 5-on-6 press break. All right. Now, when we're doing side or right, what up, Nathaniel? You did the homework? Did you turn it in, Nathaniel? I'm gonna break my little pathway up right here. I'm gonna check to see if Nathaniel turned in the homework. I don't know if he did yet, but if he didn't, I can show you how to do it right now. Let's see if Nathaniel did the homework. Here's our homework page. We got Kieran and Declan. I mean, Declan was posting homework today too. Congratulations. Declan doing homework, man. He was doing his shots. I saw that. Connor Rush with the homework. White Ingles left-hand shots. I see ya. That's something. All right. Derek Valdez, homework stuff. All right. Austin Massa. Oh, yo, we're going crazy. Jake Aarons doing it. And Carson. All right. But no Nathaniel yet. All right. This is how you do it. Nathaniel or Maya, if you're watching, okay? All right. On our website, all right, which is 50allstars.com, you want to go on the website, and you can click right here under curriculum. And on your phone, best place for it, you want to click here where it says playlist access. All right, playlist access. That's the button. Once you click there, it'll give you access to our playlist, okay? All right, so click playlist access, and then you should be basically in the clear, all right? You should understand it at that point in time. Let me make this smaller real quick. All right. So there you go. All right. So playlist access is what you want to click. All right. After that, from your video, once you get to like a particular video and you download it, all right, you'll be on YouTube like for this, and then there's an option to save to a playlist. All right. So if I scroll this up some more, you can see the option to save to a playlist. It's right here. You click save, it'll pop up, and you get to add it to Limitless basketball videos. And that's how you do it. There are some reasons why you may not be able to post, and those reasons are listed on the curriculum page. If you scroll down, reasons that you may not be able to post is you didn't click the playlist access button above, but you just did that because I showed you how to do that. You need to you could have to play your video and then click save, because from your video screen sometimes the button doesn't work. You can ensure that you've set your video to public. It can't be unlisted or private. Do not set the video's audience as made for kids. Even though it is totally made for kids, you need to set it to made for anyone, because that's how you add videos to a playlist. If it's made for kids, those aren't allowed to add to playlist. The next one is you can deactivate parental restrictions for YouTube on your phone. That's what Zach had to do. And then this option isn't there because I erase all the videos. I make sure that there's less than 5,000 all the time. Your YouTube account doesn't allow its videos to be shared, so make sure that your YouTube account is allows it to be shared. And then the last one is you've accidentally logged into the wrong YouTube account. That has happened before, but that's about it. Those are the only troubleshooting things that could possibly be it, at least so far. If something else works for you, let me know, and then your video will be added to this list, where you can click right here to see anyone else's videos that have been added in the past. All right, that's it. That's our stuff, and now we are moving on. I might be able to come back. I got to go already. See you, Finn Kaufman. All right, so from our list of stuff, again, I said this is stuff that we're working on for next Tuesday. I'm going to show you side and right now, all right, just because I think that it's something that we need to work on, all right, our actual plays. All right, so if you look at the strategy page right here, all right, side and right. All right, if we're the red guys out here, we got the point guard right there, got the shooting guard right there, the 3-man right here. We got 4 here and the 5 right here. All right. If we have a basketball in this guy's hand, side and right, all right, are going to happen whenever we do triangle. If they're open and we pass the ball to this guy, he'll cut through, correct? But what if he's not open? If he's not open, we're going to dribble at him. Okay. So this guy is going to, I'll just make him the ball. All right. This guy has the ball in his hands. He will dribble at him, and he will go back door. But wait, there's a guy in his way right here. All right? You really only want to go back door if the guy is up. All right? If not, you can come for a hand-up, or you can just go through anyways, but don't expect the ball. All right? But when someone dribbles at you, you want to cut back door. That play is called side. All right? Dribbling at, and he goes back door is called side. He goes all the way through, he waits right there. The inside guy switch. This guy comes over. We can swing the ball. Then he steps underneath and comes off this screen. All right, that's just a regular play called side. All right, if we pass the ball to this guy, however, to that guy, right is basically the same thing, but it comes from this guy cutting right now because the ball was passed to the top of the key. As he's cutting, boom, bounce pass right there. And then score. Even how you pass the ball off to the side, bounce pass like that, or off to this side, bounce pass like that. It's a thing. You have to put the ball down to your knees and then pass the ball. What's up, Noah Masseth? All right. And again, if he doesn't get the ball, that's all right. He goes through. This guy can switch sides, look for the ball, or this guy can even try to score, or you can just pass the ball back out to people rotating to different spots. All right. So that's side and right. To learn both those plays simultaneously, we might have extra people in here. All right, we're gonna have a line right here, and we're gonna run this play over and over and over again. But we're gonna run one of those 2 plays. Here's all of our people. All right, and this guy is just gonna be dribbling the ball while these guys will be waiting in line. Okay, he's gonna dribble with his right hand or with his left hand, side or right. He's gonna call. So if he dribbles with his left hand and he sets side, that means he's gonna be going left and he runs to one side, which is the dribble out play. This guy needs to sprint up, okay? And then he will dribble out slightly. This guy will cut back door. He'll pass the ball to him for a bounce pass. He will score the ball like that. Boom, put it in the basket, blah, blah, blah. And then he will bring the ball up. And he'll stand in the back of the line. The next person will go. while these two guys switch spots. He was here before, and now he's going to be out there, and he goes right there. Then this guy will come up and go side or right. Now, if he goes with his left hand and calls out right, this guy will come up. He'll dribble out with one dribble, then throw a hook pass into him. Then he cuts back door. Boom, bounce pass. So again, that's how we run the play. He can score, pass the ball back, get in the back of the line. This guy will rotate. He'll rotate there, and then we run the play again. Either right hand or left hand, side or right. We do this so that we can understand two plays at the same exact time, and so we can just get up like where everyone can be running every single spot. So we can see how good you are running the plays from every spot. But also in the games, you might get like mixed up and might be in a different position. You have to be able to run plays from every single position. And if you can understand the positions, you will know where they're supposed to be at any given time so that they can score. So that's what we're doing next Tuesday, side and right. We combine plays on several occasions. Just know that this is one of them right there. All right. Mentioning our high school stuff. You know what? I'll get to that later. Again, let's talk about the homework. Homework looked great today. I love it, guys. Great job. Left-hand layups, things like that. Yeah, I don't care if you make those layups or miss them. All right, shooting the ball with your weak hand, especially when you're young, it's just going to get the reps up, man. All right, get better, get better, get better. So this is the homework for the month. Is to do that. We also have our challenges every single day. So if you have a book, your book should say a challenge in it. I'll talk more about the challenges later on this month. But for instance, if you are a first grader, and right now it's what, March 2nd? That's my basketball number, 3-2. Wow. All right. And it's March 2nd. You go to March 2nd, 2022. I'm getting mixed up in the years now. All right. 2022, 3-2 right there. It's a Wednesday. And even though we're talking about Thursday stuff, I'll talk about the Wednesday stuff. The challenge for the day, if you're a fifth grader, is take on day 3 of fast class. All right. 10 drills designed to improve your speed. All right. And to get to fast class, you would go to our website and you would click on curriculum, and you can see all the drills and also the challenges. So you would click on challenges right there. And then you scroll down and I said it was fast class. You would go down to not the strategies, not the clinics, but the drills. And then you would click on fast class, and right there it pops up and it shows you the 10 drills to do, 2 minutes apiece for 1, 2, or 3 sets. And it's things like heads, tails, defensive slides, all right, triangle cone touches, etc. All right, and it's a whole bunch of things that you could do to get better at being faster. All right, that's the challenges though. So if you have the book, make sure that you're doing those. Toward the end of the month, starting on the 13th, I will go over a challenge per day, talking about the 1st through 12th grade challenges, so you guys can listen up for those. But if you own the book, or if you're going to be at our March 12th meeting, you get to buy the book there for 3 coins or $150, your choice. All right, Noah, I did the homework, but it won't post, and I'm trying to. All right, just post it. We will see it at some point in time. Post the homework no matter when you post, man. It doesn't have to make the show. All right? But if it does make the show, you're on the show, dude. You're on the show. You get to be like dope. All right. So yes, try to get on the show. But if you can't, it's all right. All right. Let's check the picture of the day. What do we have here? Oh, is James Harden a great teammate? Can he deem himself a great teammate? Is that even possible? I mean, can you call yourself a great teammate? I mean, you want to be a great teammate. He has dogged his teams occasionally, but he left the OKC Thunder when he was a 6th man. They couldn't pay him more, I think, or something I don't know what happened. And then he left the Houston Rockets after a long time after doing them very, very good. Then he left the Nets because they'd never had their team out there, and he was hurt. People were hurt. Now he's with Philly. I don't know. If you're always ditching your teammates, are you? But every place he's been in, people have liked him a lot. And people like to say that he hot dogs. Dude, he does not. He scored 50 a game, whatever it was, for that long period of time for Houston because they needed him to do that. This dude is such a willing passer. All right. Is he great on defense? Nah. Is he a great rebounder? Not amazing, but, he's okay. But those aren't his jobs. He plays his role. And as a passer goes, he's outstanding. Scorer, outstanding. One of the best one-on-one players of all time. But is he a great teammate? That's the question. All right, and for teammates, I would say it's people that push your teammates to another level. Does he demand anything of his teammates? And I think on on the Nets, he was the most vocal, but that's because he had two guys that aren't really that vocal. I mean, Kyrie's really, really into himself, whether for good or bad, by the way. Durant, he works out like crazy. He's very, very good, but I don't think he demands anything of anyone else. He kind of just says, yeah, you guys should be trying as hard as I am. If you're not, it is what it is. Kobe wasn't the greatest leader, right? Michael led with the iron fist. Magic Johnson and Steph Curry, those are great leaders. So in terms of being like a great teammate, you don't have to be a leader to be a great teammate. A great teammate would be able to like listen and adapt. So is James Harden a great teammate? What do you guys think? I'm not sure what I think. I would say while he's on your team, he is. He seems pretty solid. I don't think he's ever been a cancer. No one's ever said anything bad about him. So in terms of being a great teammate, I would say he's a pretty darn good one. Anyway, but I would love to know your guys' opinion. Let me know that in the comment section. All right. Gonna be right back after these messages. Got a word from our sponsor. Even though I don't have sponsors yet, I just have commercials. So I can take a breather and drink something. Commercial break. We're back with the middle school stuff. This is the stuff that we will be doing on Thursday. We got the 201 break, which will be fun because we'll have enough people since we're getting all our people back. So it's you need at least 7 people to run this 201 break, and it's from half court, coming in 2 people at the same exact time for a layup drill. Basically, it should be a layup drill. Then you kick the ball to the wing, pass it up top, and then you repeat it. All right. Again, it's not so complicated. All right. But some people do make it complicated, and it looks like this. All right. So you put the people out here. All right. And you have a line of people right here. Okay. We can put more people if we have them. Whatever. Right. There's a big line. Then we have 2 people in the corners. These people are outlet people. This guy right here in the middle, he's on defense. They have the ball. They're going to skip the ball. That skip pass is beyond most of you guys, but it's all right. They're going to come in 2-on-1. As they come in, this guy will be playing both sides of it. Make them pass the ball twice. You basically win. Okay. All right. You're going to come in strong. You're looking for your layup. That's all that you're looking for. And if he's not here, you're going to score your layup. Okay. If he is there, you're going to pass the ball ahead of this guy for a layup. That's it. That should be the entire play. But you guys aren't good enough to do that yet because you have to pass with the ball with the inside hand, score the ball with the outside hand, and go in fast enough to take advantage of this guy who's 2-on-1. But once you get good at that, now you're going to force the team to be decent on defense. Okay. But as a defender, try to make them make multiple passes, and then you're doing your job. Once the ball is shot, but let's say this guy, he will run back on defense here and then run back. The other 2 will go behind the lines to the corners. But before they get there, they get the rebound and they outlet it really, really fast. So they will outlet it, and these guys will outlet it fast, and they will swing it real fast like that. And then the next 2 guys will go. As these 2 guys get behind this line, and these 2 guys rotate to this top spot. And then these 2 will repeat, and they will go in 2 against 1 against this one player who will now guard the middle. It's as simple as that, but yet people really, really struggle with that. So hopefully this helps you guys out for our practices so you guys can do it. Remember the situation with CP3, that whole argument? Oh yeah, CP3 is a fantastic teammate, right? So I would call that being a leader, not really being a teammate. Again, because again, every team needs a leader. And if you're just a leader, that's all good. But being a great teammate is like being there for your team, being able to listen to your leader, right? Being a good sheep, basically, right? Being coachable, not demanding too much money, maybe, right? Being a great teammate is a lot different of a word. So I think there's definitely 2 different types. There's the leader and there's a teammate. But I would say a leader is the best type of teammate. And I would not mind having a team full of leaders, honestly. 12 freaking leaders, 12 cooks in the kitchen, bring it. That's the team that I want. Are we going to bump heads? Absolutely, but it'll make us better in the end. All right, so that's the team. That's the team that I want. But yeah, that's just my opinion. All right, let's watch the story of the day, and then we'll get to you know what? Let's watch our high school stuff first. High school stuff first. Story of the day, trivia. Which way should I go? Let's go with. Let's go with the trivia. Screw it. All right. Trivia time. We got Finn Kaufman leading the only day of the month when we had trivia. That was the first. This is the second. All right. This one is under basketball oddities. All right. Which NBA player? Oh, this is very weird, and I know this answer. Okay, because it's very, very strange. I don't even know if it's Googleable. It may not be able to be Googleable, so ask your parents. So my guess is maybe an older parent, 40 or older, would know this answer. So good luck, but maybe it is Googleable. I'm not sure. Which NBA player shot free throws from 2 feet behind the free throw line? Like, that's such a random thing, and you would think more than one, right? Nah, it's only this dude. He's even mentioned in like a rap song. Man, I can't tell you what team he played for, but this NBA player, he shot free throws from 2 feet behind the free throw line. Not quite the three-point line, but he shot them from there because he said, like, he feels better shooting a mid-range jump shot. All right, he's a very exciting player for his time. He does have a nickname, but I won't even give you that because his nickname rhymes with his first name. That's all that I got. John, the CP3 situation with Harden. With Harden. They definitely bumped heads in a bad way, huh? It happens. Dude, Finn Kaufman. Oh, man. Connor Rush was right behind him. Connor Rush barely missed out. What? That is the answer. Did you guys Google it? Nick Van Exel is the answer. That's so... Okay, if you guys had to have Googled that. I know you did. But I'm surprised that Google had the answer. Dwight Howard did it for a little bit. He did for a second. But Nick the Quick is definitely the guy that did it. But it cheats. Whoever's first on my screen is me. No, but you can see our screen. We go by the screen that is on the actual website because that is the shared screen, Connor Rush. All right. Throughout his 13-year NBA career, the guard shot from about 17 feet from the hoop simply because he felt more comfortable from that distance. An all-star with the Lakers in 1998, Van Exel averaged a slightly above average 79.4 from the line in his career. He could have probably pushed that up to 80% if he shot from closer. Come on, Nick the Quick. All right, that is the answer. Great job with that. And let's just talk about the high school stuff just real quick. We got three-man weave. This is stuff that we did last time. One-on-one alley, 4-on-3 scramble. Patience, 0 to 3 seconds down by 3 and down by 10 with 3 minutes left. This was the first day when our high school guys came back. It was a pretty smooth practice because of them. So hopefully we can keep that stuff up as well. Last thing that we're doing, John, I know a guy who does that. Do you? That's pretty random. Here's the story of the day, and we're going to finish up with this. Watch it. If a child loves math so much, they practice it for hours every night. I doubt many parents would worry about them getting burnt out, the same way so many parents worry about their child getting burnt out in regard to a sport that child loves. Going at the child's chosen pace is best, and parents should expect some changes in their passions. So yeah, so many parents think that they're doing their kid right. Why? Because kids are stupid, man. They're like, how do you feel right now? And you're like, I don't know. And you're like, do you have to pee? And you're like, no. And then you pee yourself. They had to like grow up with you with that for like 9, 12 years, okay? And how are they going to trust you now? They don't know. You're going to be like, oh, I can stay awake. I won't argue in the morning. Then all of a sudden you're like, I hate you. And you're like arguing, right? That's all that they've seen is a whole bunch of lies coming from you. So they don't know. They don't know. But there is a point in time when you do know. All right? When you do understand the pace, when you're like, this is too much for me. This is too little for me. All right? But the parents don't know the difference. It's hard to figure out kids, man, especially when your lives kind of depend on our decisions as parents and as coaches. And they're going to try to overprotect you. It's just natural. All right. With that said, parents can't freak out. All right. Because, again, if you loved math so much that you inundated yourself with it, are they saying that school is important? Or are they saying that sports are more important? Which one is it? Because whichever one you choose, it's not going to make sense on their decision to not let you overdo sports and to let you overdo school. Because let's say that school is more important, which most people believe. So if it's that important, isn't it that much more crucial that you don't overdo it? Because overdoing it ruins it, right? It ruins it. So shouldn't you take we do take months off of school, but I mean, shouldn't you take days off and just say, hey, no math for the next 2 years. Okay, you got it way too into it. I love math though. I want to do math. No, you can't. Is it just because basketball's fun? Well, don't you want those other things to be fun as well? And if they became fun, would you just snatch it from them? No, of course not. All right, so you see basketball as super important. And you're like, well, no. This could be a scholarship for you. This could change our lives. We can't overdo it. We got to have you in every single sport. We got to have you taking risks. We got to have you blah, blah, blah. And you're managing it like that. All right, really? If it's that important, what are the odds that your kid even makes the NBA? It's very, very little. And all they want to do is just have fun right now. Let them jump into it. All right, you have an issue when your kid's like, I don't want to play any sports. I don't want to play the flute, and I don't want to do my homework. I just want to do nothing. That's a problem. The kid that wants to jump into something and give their all for something, I don't care if it's playing the flute or if it's playing the bagpipes or if it's drawing or it's collecting frogs. Let them do it to their heart's content, but then push them. Push them in the right direction. Say, do it well. And study it and go into it like that so that they can use that for future success. And then when they change their passion, like all kids do, then you change up your focus. That's it. Because it's really not that important. All right? It's really not that important. Because it's not, you can chill and let your kid just explore their passion. So that was more for the parents, but maybe you guys can twist that logic for them as well. Show them this video, all right? Show them that storyline, all right? Anyways, you guys, don't be afraid to give your all out there and go for it. If you guys are coming to the workout tonight, don't forget that tomorrow's quote of the day for Thursday is all we have is now. All we have is now, so let's take care of it. John, I know a guy does that. He shoots jump shots, and he stands on the right side of the lane also. Yes, that is very, very strange, but whatever works for people, man. Anyways, thank you guys for joining. I will talk to y'all later. Please cue my music so I can get on out of here. All right, Reese's Pieces, guys. All right, peace.